Hi you guys, and welcome back to another episode of 1.8.9 of Minecraft Modded. It is turning nighttime. This always seems to happen. I get prepared to record and it's suddenly turning nighttime. So, the plan today is we've got a couple of things we need to do. First of all, I am going to take, wrong one, I'm going to take a whole lot of cobblestone. And yep, that's good. 8 stacks should do. And I'm going to turn it into smooth stone because we need to get building with the main attraction, our base. Because if we go too long the way that we're going now, we're just going to end up with a junkyard of a base. And nothing will ever get done, so we may as well start. Now, while that's cooking up, I also want to take a look at the map and see if I know of any villages, because we want to go to a village and we want to encourage some villager breeding because we want to encourage a golem to spawn. Alternatively, if I can find some snow, that would solve that problem too. Now I think west looks like the best way to go in order to find something. So I'm going to do two things here. I've got all my tools with me. I want to take my... We'll take a bag. Oh, I've already got it in my inventory. Silly me, I was looking for my thermometer. So I can scan things, and a weight bag just because it might be nice to have. Also, if you're wondering what these black trees are all about, that's because somewhere in the middle here will be an aura, which we can't see, which is an eerie aura from Thaumcraft. So don't mind that. I think it means that there's a small chance that furious zombies can spawn at night, but it's otherwise harmless. It's kind of close to the base, so we might get some furious zombie visitors, not visitors. But that's okay too. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to see if I can find a village. Shouldn't take too long. Villages are, after all, just villages. And I will see you when I see you. Alright guys, I just thought I would come back for a moment. Look what I found. I'm in a savanna right now, which is here. So what I'm looking at is this massive structure here. And I think if we go close to it... Oh, that's a lot of quicksand. Oh dear. Okay. Quicksand. Lovely. Okay. But anyway, if we get close to this... Yeah, maybe climb up some and get in here a little bit. There we go. Turns into Savannah M. Apparently, this is a vanilla thing. I had no idea. But savannas can spawn these enormous mountains now in these worlds, which is pretty cool. And I think that we might do something with it at some point in this series. But we might have to wait until we have some better transport, because right now base is there and we are here, so that's like, I don't know, I'd forgotten to put a waypoint there, so I can't actually see how far away I am from the base. But it looks like it's closing in on 1,000 blocks away. Anyway, I'm going to keep hunting for that mysterious village. I'll see you all soon. Aha! On the horizon I see villages and a fire, apparently. Must be one of those surface lakes. There's oil really close by. I wonder if that actually interacts if those two meet up. Let's do a little experiment, shall we? Oh. No, I think you just turned to stone. That's hilarious. And sad. Oh well. Back you go, lava. But we came here for the main attraction, which is the village. Yes. Now, we have to be guardians of this village. And I think in exchange I will take... Ow. I I'll take these. Unfortunately, the collision detection on those aren't quite sorted for 1.8 yet, so you can walk into them and take suffocation damage. But we are approaching nighttime here, which means, as usual with villagers, they're going to get attacked. It's so annoying. What did I pick up? I think I got a rarity 3. Yeah. And the rest is just random junk. So we want to encourage a golem to spawn. So what we really want to do here is we want to block all these guys inside. We want to get them inside first. Can you, like, go indoors somewhere, please? I'm gonna move your fake anvil. Thank you. There's someone in there. Why am I putting dirt in front of the doors? Zombies, of course, like this fellow here. You will do no such thing, zombie. Good. Good, good, good. So basically what we are going to do is we will end up building doors and door frames in a very fake way that seems to work because Minecraft logic around villages is kind of dumb. That will hopefully cause villagers to breed because they have more houses, more valid houses, and that will mean more villagers and finally a golem. I can't remember how many villagers you need for a golem, but it shouldn't take us too long. Do just a little bit of extra work out here in the field. Getting distracted fighting monsters though, so I'm going to take a minute here and I'm going to build some quote unquote houses. See you soon. Okay, it's day again and I've unblocked all the doors, so hopefully these villagers will decide at some point to get a little funky. Because I've given them plenty of doors which I think are valid houses. As you can see, these, because I think the rules are that as long as the door is accessible, or I think even if they're not, as long as the door is accessible and the tile after the door has cover, then it counts as a valid house. Not entirely sure though, so I'm going off the top of my head here, but I've got another one over here, so we've got plenty of room for villager expansion. So hopefully they do get a little bit funky, and hopefully we can see some Babu villagers, and with Babu villagers comes a greater population, and finally the golem that we're looking for. The reason I'm looking for a golem is because I want to scan it, and I figure that it's going to be a lot better to do it this way than it would be to take a journey all the way to the north to find some snow and make a snow golem, because you can do what I'm trying to do with a snow golem. I need to get rid of some of this junk because I was fighting all through the night since I didn't have a bed. So out, out, out. Now the question is, do I wait around? I heard a high-pitched "huh." Is there a Babu somewhere? Or did that just happen to be that guy being rather high-pitched? I think it might have been you just being high-pitched. Oh yeah, and I put doors on the houses that didn't have any, so that they counted as valid housing. So at the very least, if my little fake houses don't work, then the ones that were already here do. These guys seem to be interested in what I've done though, so maybe it does count. Conjecture. Total conjecture. So, do I wait around here for villagers to spawn? Or do I go back to the base and start doing some stuff? The only problem with that is I don't have any chunk loading at the moment. Which is a problem, because as soon as I go back to the base, this village won't be loaded and won't be potentially producing Babu villagers. Questions. I think I'm going to wait around here. So, I will see you in a bit. I'm not going to wait too long, but I'm just basically going to wait around here long enough to confirm that villagers will happily breed now that I've given them more doors. So, see you in a bit. Well, no, as usual, villagers hate me. Or apparently I just don't understand them. I never have. Never in vanilla Minecraft have I really understood villagers. I thought this would be the first time I do. I even went on the wiki and read about it, and these should work because they do obey the rules, which is that on the outside of the door there is more closed tiles, which is having a tile as a roof, than the outside by 5. So if you walk through here, there's 5 tiles. I even extended this out to make sure more than out here. So those should be valid houses according to the villagers. I've also learnt about the new willingness mechanic. I don't know when that came in, but you have to either trade with them or feed them. And because I didn't really have anything to trade, I just made a lot of bread and gave them bread. Apparently 3 bread each is enough to get them to be willing, which willing means that they'll be, well, willing to breed. And they don't seem to be taking to that, so I don't know what to do. I think it might actually just be better in this case to do the very thing that I said that I wasn't going to do, and that's to try and find a biome with snow in it. And I figure I'm just going to keep walking around this kind of area and see what I can find, because this seems like a good place to adventure from and find, and I've got some food from this village, so I should be okay. So I'll come back to you, hopefully, once I've found some snow. Alright, and as if by providence, because there's no way I could have known, on the other side of that autumn forest. So I am here, and we were there. We've got some Alps. So we just need to get up on those Alps and get enough for 2 blocks of snow, because we're going to make a snow golem. It also means I'm going to need to find a pumpkin somewhere, but I believe I've seen them about, so it shouldn't be too hard. A lot easier than trying to get those villagers to cooperate anyway. Oh, and something I hadn't mentioned, up until now anyway, is that I have put the mod Intangible on this series. Intangible is a new mod by Enomorph. Not quite sure how to say your name, sorry. But they are the person behind Witchery. Now they've come out with a new mod for 189 called Intangible. And if you are a follower of Direwolf, you'll know he's just started a Spotlight series on it. And he told me all about Intangible, and I was hooked. Intangible seems really, really, really cool. So, and it fits our whole theme of a stereotypical kind of Aztec stepped pyramid thing, you know, where it's the stereotype or the stories that were told about these places, where they were centers of, depending on who you ask, either human sacrifice or spiritual enlightenment. So it kind of fits that theme. It's all about the taking, giving, and manipulation of souls. So you can take souls from living things, you can give souls to soulless things. Like this zombie over here, I could give that zombie or that skeleton a soul if I wanted to. But we will get into that, I'm sure of it. First things first though, we need to find pumpkins. We also need to get away from these horrible, awful zombies and skeletons who are chasing us through the night. That's right, they've got a bed over at that village. That will serve to get us through the night. And then we go pumpkin farming. I might even have pumpkins back at the base, because I'm pretty sure when I saw pumpkins in the past couple of maps, I took them. So, if I don't find any pumpkins on my way back, well, I've probably got some pumpkins back at the base. And we only need one. So, good stuff. They are using the doors. Alright. Didn't expect them to actually use the doors. They weren't using them until now. Still want you guys to leave these villages alone, so off you go. Out of here. Come on. No one did welcome. Apparently we have a zombie in here. Having a standoff with a villager. Ouch. That poor villager. Hiding behind a table. Okay, so I'm going to head off. I'm going to try and find a pumpkin. And we're going to make a snow golem. And that will be all fun and games. Oh boy. Finally back at the base. Sort of. There's our little patch of airy forest anyway. And our shack is in sight. So, because the whole thing hasn't been loaded, this shouldn't... Wow, it's done quite well, that's for sure. We have a bunch of cobblestone sitting around here, which I can't seem to pick up. Not sure what that's about. Anyway, we are back. And the important thing about being back is we can go searching for that pumpkin that I may or may not have. Fingers crossed that I do. I am nervous that I don't. Sure, we'll turn that into 4. In fact, we'll just turn all of these snowballs into blocks. Save some space. Right. So drop off junk. Raw mutton. Okay, pumpkin finding time. I do not have a pumpkin. Dang, because all the way on the way back, I was looking through the plains and stuff, and the plains are usually where you find pumpkins in the wild in Minecraft, and I just didn't see any. So it looks like I'm going to have to go out on another little adventure. Fortunately, this time I have lots of baked potatoes. Those can all disappear, please. So all I really want is some torches, because I'm so sick of traveling without torches. No, no, no. Put it back together. Oh no. Damn. Whoops. Whoops. Well, suppose that means I should probably do this. Time to make some charcoal out of a stack of logs. Charcoal, jungle wood. Okay. That'll get me like 7 because I had potatoes in there at first. What I really need to do now is I need to think about where we're going to find a pumpkin. So I can check the other biomes around here, like this one might, since it's a nice open plains type biome. So that would just mean adventuring that way. Northeast. I think that is a magic forest in here actually. So that might have something of interest. So I'm going to go adventuring for a bit and try and find some pumpkins. Again, much like villages, it shouldn't be that hard. I think I was just unlucky. And when I do have a pumpkin, we'll come back and get Golemancy. Because Golemancy is going to be important for us for the future, because while we're busy building, we're not going to be able to pick farms or anything or get food. So it'll be nice to have some of that stuff automated while I'm building my ziggurat. So I'm going to head off in this direction, and I will see you in a minute. Okay. I went out here and journeyed this way and south, north, east. That's what my brain was trying to get said. south, and then I found a village, and I looked in the village. There was nothing there. I got some more RF dimlet stuff from there. Then I came down here and ventured east. Came around here. Still no pumpkins this whole time. Came up here in despair. I was despairing because I was thinking I'd have to come down here now. So I crossed over about here, I think, over to this bit. And then I came down the beach, across here, down there, jumped across to here because I saw a nature chest. And lo and behold, in the nature chest we find pumpkin seeds. Not pumpkins, but pumpkin seeds. Good enough. Because we can at least bone meal the stalks up to adults and then wait for those to grow. So boy am I happy we now have pumpkin seeds, because sometimes this game just really does not like me. Pumpkins should not be that rare. They generally aren't. And over the course of this series so far, I've done so much running about the world. I just want to get some building done, to be honest. So let's work our way back through this jungle, back to the base. Back at the base. Okay, so pumpkin seed, grow. And I'll be back with some bone meal. No, I won't. I have bones on me. No, I don't. I'll be back with some bone meal. You here. We just throw all this stuff in here for now. I'm excited. I want to get things done. We're going to get things done. Bone meal. And very soon we will have a pumpkin. You do your thing, pumpkin stalk. In the meantime, I was running back and I thought, you know, magic beans. Still haven't got the magic beans open from the craziness I did in the previous world. So I figure, why don't we just go wild, grow a bunch of these. Oh, it's a little bit laggy to do that. So that's what happens when it's forming so many blocks so quickly. Let's just grow some more. Look at all these beanstalks. Beanstalks. Go. So many. Alright, and let's start cutting them down. I wonder if that cuts down the whole thing. We'll soon see, because loot will fall out of the sky. If not, we'll have to climb its neighbour and go get it. Yeah, I don't think that shatters the pod. It doesn't. It's okay. We can solve that by... Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is so fast and awkward. We can solve that by doing this while we're up here. And we will get a great many pods. Can I get on top? Aha! Now, this is potentially deadly, but I did it! What I wanted to do was get up here so I could do it this way. And then when we get back down, I'll cut down the stalks. Why is it so dark up here? And we will be flush with a whole lot of nice materials. So now we'll just climb on down. I'm sure some of our loot went everywhere, so we'll just cut you down. Down you come. I'm sure some of it fell into the trees over here. Yes, it did. Some of it also fell into our cauldron by the looks of it. Okay. Let's get up on this tree. Get some diamonds that are hanging out on our portal. Oh man. Come on, zombie, don't ruin our fun. How about you go find something else to do, huh? I will sleep. Got a stack of iron so far. Haven't actually looked in the inventory yet, but I just want to make sure I've got everything before I take a look. Feel like it's more fun that way. No, I think we've got about everything now. So, wow. Got nearly 4 stacks of iron. Hello, creeper. Always ruining our fun, huh? Yeesh. Just paying too much attention to the loot and not enough attention to my mini-map. So we will just cover that back up. I'm going to relight our cauldron here too. Where is flint and steel? Okay, and some good. 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 Everything is back to normal. Now, oh, got some beans over here. 2.5 stacks of gold. Bunch of beans. Beans aren't super cool. A lot of emeralds and nearly a stack of diamonds. So, you know, all that running around I did wasn't a total waste. I got paid for my adventuring. I won't have to worry about mining for some of this stuff for a little while. Guess I'll put it in here. This one has the most room. I need to find a better place for this stuff though. But we will get to that. We're getting to that point anyway. So, has our pumpkin grown? Our pumpkin has grown. Hello, pumpkin. Come with me. And you will see that you are a golem. Snow. There we go. And a snow, and a snow, and a pumpkin. And scan. Yeah, we also got acorn Golem from him apparently. Cool. I don't know whether to just leave you, because you're going to leave snow everywhere, aren't you? Or apparently not. Okay, I'll just leave you to wander around. You have fun. So, if we look at our Thaumonomicon now, we have Golemancy. And within Golemancy, we can get iron, hungry chest, clay, brass, thaumium, and then we've got a bunch of other ones that we need to research by hand. Although I can get that one, and I can't afford that one. But I had plenty of experience, so I thought I may as well spend it all here, get as much of this done as we can. But you'll see that in order to get into Golemancy, I'll need to research Golem Mastery, and biothornic eyes and climbing and all sorts of other things, because each of these, because of the way that the golems work now is they don't work by you assigning the particular golem a duty. They work by assigning a duty to an area, and any golem in that area capable of doing that duty will do it. So, for example, I would put a seal down on the ground over here on this farm, and it would be a farming seal, and then any golems within range of that farming seal would do that job, if they could, because some jobs require certain abilities, like for them to be agile or smart or able to climb or able to dig, all sorts. Apparently. Oh yeah, of course. I'm missing all my scans from from the old world. Because of course, you can't just get the scans back without doing all the scanning again yourself. Anyway, I'll do that some other time. For now, what was I going to do? I had a plan. Right, hungry chest. Hungry chest. And you know what I did? I didn't get any great wood. Because you need great wood for an angry chest. Okay. So, using the power of my eagle eyes, can I spot a great wood tree in amongst all of this other jungle mess? That is the important question here. Can it be solved? Yes or no? May just be a matter of going south a bit, because I can see there's a silver tree there, which means that magical trees will grow in this area. It's nice to have that silver wood tree nice and close too. So I'm going to head south, I'll get some great wood, and I will be right back. Hello, Mr. Snow Golem. Have a nice day. Alright, so just as predicted, not so far outside the sacred forest, which is just here. We are here. We have a greatwood tree. I did see a fungi forest on the way and could have sworn that magical trees were pretty frequent in fungi forests as well, but apparently not. So decided to keep going with what I was doing, and sure enough found a greatwood tree sitting around in this sacred forest. So I keep saying sacred forest, it's actually called a sacred springs. So I'll see you once I've collected all this greatwood, and I'll be back at the base. Okay, home sweet home. Now let's look at the hungry chest, which I'm sure is some greatwood planks and a trapdoor. Yep. So we come inside and turn a couple of our logs into greatwood. Come across to the arcane table. Stick a wand in there. Hey now. That's some 1-7 business. You have no right to chuck items on the ground. That's not 1-8. Then we need a trapdoor. I will put you away because I don't need you for now. And trapdoor time. So, all that for this. It basically does exactly the same thing as this is doing, except it turns it into one block. Because if you've never seen a hungry chest before, oh come on. If you've never seen a hungry chest before, it does that. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Just eats anything you throw at it. Which is, you know, perfect for our infernal furnace friend. Now, I didn't do it all for the hungry chest, obviously. I did it to get into Golemancy, because it was the last thing that was locked down that I would need to go travelling around the world for. And since that is now out of the way, and now we have some stone, I'm going to leave you all in the lurch, and I'm going to hold that for next episode. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.